North Canterbury's Compass FM. We have the very great pleasure of welcoming into the studio this afternoon from the Rangiora High School Leos, Becca, Barnett and Holly Pricket. Good afternoon, girls.
Hi.
Or young ladies, I should say, shouldn't I? Thank you very much for taking the time to pop in and see us this afternoon. Okay, well, you're part of the Leos. Tell me, for the benefit of the audience and me, tell us about the Leos. How do you become a Leo and what is a Leo?
Well, in Leos, we're a project of the Lions Club, so we're just a little experiment to see how the Leos would go in Waimakariri. There are multiple Leos clubs around the world, and it's absolutely amazing. And Leos stands for Leadership, Experience and Opportunity, so we're all about creating skills and getting students and youth out into the community to help.
I think that's a great cause, isn't it? So the Leos are like an introduction, if you like, to the bigger Lions clubs. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, Leos is for people under the age of 18, 13 to 18, and then there's the Omega, which is 18 to about 35, and then from then you join into the Lions Club.
Then it's the older people.
Yeah. That's the oldest.
Well, it's lovely to have you in here. In fact, Becca, before we came on air, was telling me that her favourite radio station is not Compass FM, but I said we do play more modern stuff as well. So listen, tell me about your fundraising. What's the fundraising that you're undertaking at the moment?
Right now we're fundraising for North Canterbury Community Wellbeing Trust. So they're all about helping out the community with counselling, and they run Karangamai, which is a school for teen parents. So we're all about helping, and their counselling services are quite needed in these times due to COVID. People are struggling with school, and it will really help students and parents with COVID and all the other stresses going on at the moment.
Yeah, so Holly's been very quiet here in the corner. Have you seen any example of people being particularly stressed about the year that we've been through in the last 12 months?
Well, in my experience in school, I guess with our grades and everything, it was a bit more, you had to put more work into it, which isn't a bad thing. But a lot of grades people did drop a bit, so yeah.
Well, now, interesting, because I wanted to ask you were obviously away from school for a number of weeks.
Yeah.
How was that, trying to do schoolwork at home?
Well, personally, I quite enjoyed it. But it was difficult. It's very different. It's not normal. No, of course. It's, of course, a very unusual year that we've been through. So tell us about this trivia quiz that you guys are organising to raise money. Where and when is this happening? Our quiz is at 5 Stags in Rangiora, and it's on the 30th of March. And, well, every year we normally have a quiz night, where last year we couldn't, but this year we're back on. And so it's $10 per person, and there's teams up to 6 people, and everyone's welcome. It's just a fun evening where you just get out, you just have a bit of a quiz, have a bit of a laugh, and yeah.
So who puts the questions together? Do you guys do that, or do you have somebody else that does that?
No, 5 Stags has a quiz system that they
awesome.
do. We don't really want to put the questions together.
Well, I'm sure. Well, from high school, you should know some pretty good questions, yeah. Well, that's great. So how many people are you expecting to get along to how many people can come along to this?
Well, if we're in level 2, only up to 80 people, not including Leos and staff, will be able to attend. But if it's level 1, then we're available to have up to 120 guests.
That's good size, so you should get a really good turnout. And what date is it again, Holly?
The 30th of March.
30th of March, and not long away. Now, how can people book a space on the quiz night? How do they do that? Do they get in touch with you guys?
Yeah, so we have an email address
Yep.
and a Facebook page where there'll be a number and email address where you can ring or email and just book in.
Okay, so the email for the benefit of those who'd like to go along to this wonderful quiz night, rangioraleos@gmail.com, or I've got a text number here. Whose is that?
That's my number.
That's your number. Okay, so this is Holly's number, 0211729666 to reserve your spot on that quiz night at the end of the month. Now, 30th of March, is that a Friday?
It's a Tuesday.
Oh, it's a Tuesday. Okay, so it's a school night.
Yeah.
Are you guys going to go along?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because you have to go along, don't you? Well, look, all the best for the quiz night. I'm hoping you do really well out of it, and we're looking forward to having you Leos back and tell us how successful that quiz night was.
Yeah, we'd love to come along.
Love to see you. Look, thanks for coming in and having you sharing the afternoon with us. Becca, Barnett and Holly Pricket from the Rangiora High School Leos. Thanks very much for coming in, guys.
Thank you.
Compass FM.